Hello and welcome to Switzerland and France with Ticket to Ride. In this instalment, we look at the railways around the multinational city of Basel and its neighbours, starting in the nearby French city of Mulhouse and concluding west of Zürich at Brugg AG, a journey over one of the busiest railway lines for international traffic in Europe. Other TGV services are available. This is the standard SNCF TGV to Paris using duplex stock. With the decline in French general wagon load traffic, Mulhouse Nord Yard is now out of the single wagon production cycle and is dominated by block train automotive traffic from the nearby PSA manufacturing facility. Cars and vans are distributed within France and internationally from here. Distribution logistics are organised by GEFCO, once the PSA in-house rail operation, now a multi-customer joint venture with Russian railways. Not all the automotive traffic seen at the yard is PSA related. These wagons are owned by SIFA, an Italian company. The vehicles on board are Toyota Yaris compacts, manufactured at Valenciennes in the north. Vehicles for Switzerland are unloaded in Zur, near Olten. The tram trains leave the SNCF main line to Strasbourg, near the Railway Museum, and then follow the Mulhouse City tram network through the city, so giving very convenient passenger distribution within the town. On the German side is the Rangier Bahnhof, a small container terminal by the river and a larger container terminal with no direct access to the water. The intermodal terminal here does see truck movements in and out, but its other role is to switch intermodal units between trains. A hub, in effect, between Germany and points south. This is a BLS hauled intermodal from Italy via Domodossola. The BLS locomotives will be released here and DB cargo traction substituted. Freight trains tend, though it's not a hard and fast rule, to use the tracks to the west of the station. This way they are pre-sorted to use a dive under into Muttenz yard, located south of the river. Crossing the old bridge is an SBB Cargo International intermodal. The train will shortly take the dive under to Muttenz, so avoiding a flat crossing of the passenger line to Basel HB. The new pre-stressed concrete bridge was built between 2010 and 2012. Before its construction, any talk of pre-sorting trains would have been irrelevant. Unfortunately, SBB took the opportunity to erect noise screens along both bridges to complete the project, so spoiling the view from the river. On the very edge of the station are two through roads for freights from France to reach Muttenz without bothering the platforms. South from HB runs the line to French Switzerland, to Delémont. This, the district is called Münchenstein, was an area of considerable freight activity, warehouses and unloading areas and so on. This remains true to this day, though some of the warehousing has gone to make room for the city's major tram servicing facility. The central and eastern parts of the yard were rebuilt and regraded between 2000 and 2010, providing additional automation and increasing potential wagon throughput to over 3,000 loads a day, excluding block trains. Muttenz serves half a dozen satellite yards, including quite large yards at the three Basel hafens, where large volumes of containers, oil, metals and agricultural products are transshipped from barges. The yard is a single-direction facility, wagons arriving at the west end, where they're separated from the train locomotive and pushed up the hill in the centre. From there, wagons descend by gravity into the appropriate sorting siding, a well-practiced routine. There are two ramps up to the hump, so two streams of wagons can be worked on at the same time and independently. This shot does give an indication as to the size of the yard. These are just the arrival sidings. The train itself will be about 600 to 700 metres long, but being an automotive service, it won't be the heaviest train on the network, say 14 to 18 tonnes of load per double-deck carrier. We've been watching quite a few oil trains. Why so many? The answer is twofold. There are few pipelines in Switzerland for refined products, and there is virtually no waterway competition. With little competition, the railway takes the lion's share. There are, of course, pipelines for crude oil into the refineries. Switzerland has two, but from them, oil products are mainly delivered by rail. Feldschlösschen Brewery products were dispatched by rail as soon as a connection to the Swiss rail network became available, and dispatches the bulk of its production by train to this day. Feldschlösschen has rail-connected terminals in the major population area of Switzerland, all served by the single wagon network. The company also dispatches containers of beer, mostly alcohol-free beers for the Middle East, to the Basel harbour for onward barge connection to Rotterdam. Next east is Frick, an agricultural service town of 5,000. Industry consists of a building materials supply company, on the left, and a pig feed manufacturer, the grey tower in front of the SBB passenger train from Brugg. Both facilities have rail connections. You can see some SBB silo cars in the feed mill, which is owned by Melior, who have 4 mills in the country. They pass just beyond the feed mill, and we can see that the freight has an unusual traction combination. 2 DB Cargo tracks heading a similar machine from SBB Cargo International. Competitors cooperating. The train is a quite short load of metal sector wagons and sliding wall vans. Thank you for travelling with Ticket to Ride between Mulhouse and Brugg. Look out for other films in our Swiss series, which include a special film on Olten, the turntable of the Swiss rail freight network, which is busy night and day. Lots to enjoy. Do join us. Until then, it's bye for now.